I remember getting a text from my mom. She was like, Skylar, you lied to me. You said you weren't getting into porn. This is not. So that was kind of awkward at first. And my dad and that whole side of the family disowned me for a while. Now it's all good. Like now they do say they're proud of me, but it's just we don't really talk about the specifics of what I do.
Yeah, sure, every father's dream is to have a daughter that's the town bicycle, right? This is the problem with modern women. They put out content and think they can forget their past once they're older, but don't realize the internet never forgets.
Smallest I've ever had intercourse with was actually a very popping social media person. He was like maybe that big. It was like 4 inches.
Was he like juicing?
You have to cut this, but it was smallest dick I've ever been with in my life.
Fuck.
Well, wait.
I was like mind
I'm
blown.
gonna come to his defense.
I was mind blown.
Wait, but isn't it more about how you use it?
I mean, he wasn't using it properly either.
Oh my god.
I thought that guy was experienced.
Wow.
Yo, this is not the shit. This is a positive show, by the way. I want to just let the viewers know that sorry that we have 2 fucking negative Nancys in here and like everything's positive. I don't ever shit on anybody. I show love for everybody that comes on here. But
Wow.
I thought that guy like has like, or I thought he like pulled a lot.
I think he does.
Yeah, he does pull a lot, but it's
So how
because
come
he's
that's never
really
been
cute.
said?
They don't care if his dick is small.
But you do.
No, I don't really care. As long as they know how to work it. He didn't know how to work it.
Who's the most famous person on your contact list?
I can't say.
You can't say? What?
I can't say.
A hint?
I don't want to be a snitch.
For $500?
Most famous person.
Or, no, you gotta, will you $500 if you call them? If you call them.
I would say Kanye.
Kanye?
Yeah.
Women.
I'm Sky Bree. I'm 23 years old and I'm from Pennsylvania.
What's up? My name's Mike. I'm 37. I gave up drugs a long time ago, so I don't have any lines on me. But what's good?
You want to see my tits?
Yeah, absolutely.
What?
Actions have consequences. Karma. Third Newton's law. Fate. You reap what you sow. However you want to call it, it all boils down to the same principle. You get what you give. So if a chick shows her body on the internet, well, she can't expect all men to want to know what her favorite color is.
I like OF a lot. I enjoy posting myself. It's fun. I like talking to fans, but I am stepping back from doing
Yeah.
I've
So
decided.
what shifted? What changed?
Over the past few months, I've become really unhappy and regretting certain decisions that I've made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like regretting just like making that kind of content or like just
There's so many different factors. The first one is my parents. My parents, it took a while for them to be proud of me. I don't think they like what I do, and that's like hard, not being able to talk to them about.
I mean, I was pretty against her initially, but the fact she said it was her choice, she doesn't blame people for holding that against her, and she understands the impact. That does give me some respect for her. At least she's taking accountability for her decisions and what she's done, and confirming that yeah, to most people, it will matter. But end of day, no self-respecting man is going to want to marry or have children with you knowing your background, and you can't make that disappear. The internet is written in ink. The irony is that she could easily create a new life for herself with a new name, but she can't give up the attention. She doesn't fully regret it, she regrets only the social consequences of it. She still made that money and lives good off that. In my country, there's a saying, the wolf can change its fur, but not its nature. She has lived her life solely based off her looks, and she chose freely to use those looks to make a lot of money. On top of that, she chose to fully degenerate herself into electronic promiscuity in exchange for the massive amounts of money it generated her. She literally says in the video that the reasons she is trying to step back, not that she will 100% stop it, is because of how her parents are disappointed of her. That 100% is bull. They were disappointed of her right from the start. What changed and why now? She acknowledges in the video that she can't keep rich men in long-term relationships. Is that truthful? Most likely. Likes talking to fans. Translation, keep sending me money please. I'm not really quitting. The biggest red flag in her statements that sex does nothing for her anymore, and that should be the final nail in the coffin for any man. Damaged and consumed, and the hilarious part is that she admits that she doesn't even have sex that often, only for camera. That's that BPD, I'm guessing bipolar disorder. Early psycho damaged female, keep away.
Yeah, it makes sense. I can see. I personally wouldn't want my child to get into work.
Yeah.
I've been blessed. I haven't had too many bad experiences working with other people, but I think that's a rarity. I think a lot of girls in the industry do have bad experiences, and so that's why I wouldn't want my child to become involved with it. I don't have sex in my free life, but in my actual day-to-day life or anything.
Really?
Like with normal people, no. Any sex that I have is on camera, and it's not that much. Like people, it's weird because the internet thinks that I'm like crazy and I'm out like fucking everyone, but I really don't have sex that often at all.
Yeah, unless you're at this performing.
Yeah. And I don't, that's the thing, I don't want it to be like that anymore. Because I think I lost track of like, sex is special and I want to be able to experience that again.
Yeah, the intimacy in it and not just like the performance of it.
Yeah. Just being bombarded, the bigger and bigger I get, the more hate I receive. And that's like really gets to me and has been really getting to me the past few months. And also I think I've become really desensitized to sex and relationship.
When men want virgins, or at least women with low body counts, it's not to mock promiscuous women, but rather because these girls are a very bad bet. They will easily cheat on you or ghost you if your performance in bed is not good enough. And did you hear what she said? She has become desensitized to relationships. In other words, bye-bye pair bonding skills. It's a lose-lose for you. It really doesn't matter if they quit. It's all that they will be known for in their lives forever. Once they made that decision, that is signed and sealed for their life. The internet is forever and undefeated. Their stuff will be on there forever. The only reason she has a platform to speak on is because of doing OF and making adult content. She has no value beyond it, and she chose this herself. She's definitely not regretting it at all. Guys, don't believe every woman's regret moment.
Things like that are what empower me now, and that's long-lasting empowerment. That's the empowerment that gives you true confidence. Not what I was doing before. What I was doing before was, I think, a cry for help. Like I should have done therapy, not porn.
Now, this is a real clown world. Men are told all the time not to be superficial and instead be more emotional and have a sense of morality. But guess what? When women get money, no matter their occupation, any excuse seems to be valid. Plus, she said she should have done therapy only after monetizing her dirty scenes.
Okay, actually, so that's an interesting question, and you might have already answered this. Do you regret it?
Absolutely.
Even given where you are now?
Yes, I would completely trade having a normal life and not giving people the right to see me online naked whenever they want to not be famous. I didn't want to be famous. I actually deleted, well, I didn't delete it. It got hacked by ISIS sympathizers, and there was propaganda being pushed all over my Instagram.
Right, yeah.
So they shut my Instagram down when I had like 2.5 million followers. And I didn't reopen Instagram for about a year until I tried to get normal jobs. I worked as a bookkeeper and I worked as a paralegal, and both of those offices I didn't feel safe in because the men knew who I was. So there was a turning point in 2016 when I realized what I really needed was a fresh start. So I moved to Austin from Miami.
But the past always determines the present, even more if it's all over the internet. Actions have consequences, but still, accountability is a modern woman's kryptonite.
And I created an Instagram account from scratch. And I tried very hard to build that up and to somehow monetize this infamy that I had to live with now.
Okay, so at this point, you're like, you know what? It's been a year. I'm going to try and lean into it to some degree. And so how do you lean into it at that point?
Well, to be honest with you, I didn't know what to do for money.
Sure.
Moving to Austin by myself. So I started camming, and I did that for 11 months until I was able to get on my feet and get an actual following and something that I could turn into good, you know?
Sure.
Camming? Like showing her body to random strangers online? Not so different from being recorded while getting ran through by a bunch of men. Still a form of monetizing her body, guys.
I got offered a sports show with one of my childhood heroes.
Oh, is this the one on Complex?
Yeah, but don't plug them. Just kidding.
Fuck those guys. They let go of Desus and Mero.
Oh my God.
I don't know what the fucking deal was. Okay.
Yeah, so as soon as I got that offer, I thought to myself, okay, I do not need to be doing this anymore. I don't need to be exploiting myself because this can actually be something. I have the opportunity here to do good and do something that I am truly passionate about. And ever since then, I have not gone back to anything of that sort.
Regarding, so the difference between, I guess, being in the adult film industry and camming, when you're doing that, was there a greater sense of I'm in control or no?
No,
Okay.
no. And let me tell you why.
Sure.
Because the company that I worked for, because I was still doing social media for them, they were just doing anything they could to keep me in the industry.
Oh, I bet.
Just
I bet.
throwing numbers at me to try and just keep me in somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So they offered me a deal where they paid me a salary every month to log a certain amount of hours on the campsite because it was their campsite. So what I would do is literally just mute it, turn it on, and watch Netflix. I was the worst cam girl in fucking history.
Okay.
She might have been the worst cam girl, but the reality is so sad that you can be sure that multiple dudes were still tipping her generously.
I was really bad.
You were like, so all
But I got the
streams-
paycheck.
Right, yeah. I respect that. But of course, yeah.
They started to catch on too. Near the end, when I stopped caring, like it was around like the 8-month mark when I knew that I was getting close to never having to do this again. They were like, we're going to take this away. You need to be doing this and this and that.
Because that's what I was going to ask. I was like, for a company,
Yeah.
right? Especially like, no one had really ever blown up to that degree.
Oh, no.
Right? It's like especially
They
for,
called me lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, well, I mean, especially for when you were talking about, I know that like a bunch of the headlines were like, Mia Khalifa says she only got $12,000, right? Which essentially equates to like
Before
a day rate.
taxes.
Before taxes. Put that in the headline. But at that point, you're like the best paying off like lottery ticket.
Yeah.
Right. So did it ever get, I don't want to say maybe scary or shady as far as people trying to keep you in, or was it?
Absolutely. No, it
what
was
does that look
completely
like?
shady. It looks like them telling me that, you know, there's no real job out there for me. You know, this is who I am now. Telling me that I will never make the same amount of money as they were offering me, which was fucking nothing for what they wanted. And I knew that. I knew that after I quit. Like I knew I would never ever go back to porn. I think that you know, the camming was my stepping stone into just earning money in a way that I can take pride in.
That's the raw reality. Actions have consequences, and 99.9% of men know it for a fact. But girls like Mia Khalifa don't seem to get it. Or maybe she does. Watch this.
Oh no, my life is still ruined. Like there's not a day that goes by where I don't think about what my future child is going to be put through. Because eventually, like some parent is going to talk and they're going to overhear, and then my future kid is going to get made fun of in school. And I'm not looking forward to the day where I have to sit them down and tell them what their mother did at 21 years old that, you know, is out there forever.
But I feel like that, especially given where you are now, where I imagine you're also going to go, I feel like that could be, I'm probably going to overuse the word, empowering. I feel like
some empathy for her future kid. That's good. Well, who knows what guy will finally marry her and be willing to have kids? That's a whole nother story, though.
And I get come up to by this guy and his girlfriend, and we were interrupted in the middle of talking and eating, and he said, "Hey, Mia Khalifa, can I get a picture with you?" And I looked up at him and I'm like, "No, we're eating." And I said it just like that. Like it was a rude way, but it was also very rude for him to come up while someone was actively in the middle of a conversation. And after I said that, his girlfriend, who was standing next to him, grabbed him by the arm and said, "I told you that wasn't her. There's not enough on her face. Let's go, babe." And I went into the bathroom and cried, and I
didn't really know how to handle it, especially because it came from a woman, and especially because I was there for business, and it was something that had nothing to do with the adult industry, and I was just very dejected and embarrassed and felt like they would never want to work with me again.
That must have been really hurtful.
Yeah.
Did they end up working with you still after that?
Yeah, we're still on the contract.
Okay, good.
That guy's girlfriend was really cruel. Let's see the comment section. Damn, women know how to roast other women to a savage degree. Bro, the initial guy might have been rude, but the girl straight up publicly executed Mia. That's crazy. The adult industry completely ruined her. I really wonder how Anthony was able to hold back his laughter. I was expecting the woman to be mad that the boyfriend was trying to talk to a porn star, but the plot twisted hard. This girl destroyed Mia more than Hurricanes' tweet. Guys, thanks for checking out this video. Stay tuned for more daily content. Like, subscribe, and comment. See you in the next video, guys. Till next time.